What's up, ladies and gentlemen, my dear tricksters, my dear friends. Today, finally, after 8 months of absence of any educational content, we're getting a VOD review of a Diamond 3/Immortal Jett player on Haven, finally. Like, no more split VOD reviews. Also, if you want to get your VOD reviewed, join my Twitch channel. You have there like a VOD reviews section where you can submit your VODs, and also on my Discord server. Make sure to hit the subscribe, leave a like on this video, leave some random comment down below like, Papito, you look goddamn good today. I know, I look good today, like always, actually. Also, if you can like join my Discord server, follow me on Twitch, follow me on other social media. On Instagram and Twitter, you might also see my cojones. So, without any further ado, let's jump into the VOD review of a Jett player that I've coached in my coaching sessions and also on Discord. And also, he is currently Immortal top 200 RR, but in this VOD I think he was like Diamond 3, Diamond 2 Elo. It is Haven, a new map for us, and I will go step by step, round by round, and I'll try to explain you what he can do a bit better and what he should be doing in that specific round. So, it is the first round of Haven, on the attacker side. Now, every single time you're playing a specific map in Valorant, like you're playing, I don't know, Icebox, Haven, Bind, you need to have a very specific first round strategy that you're doing, and how are you basing your attack in a first round. On each map in Valorant, you need to ask yourself two questions. Which bomb site is the easiest to be taken, which bomb site is the easiest for the post plant, and what type of agents enemies have and can fuck me up if I attack a certain area of the map. Basically, when you're playing Haven, my friends, you always want to attack A site in a first round, because what people usually sometimes do in lower elo lobbies, they usually play only one person on A site on Haven in a first round, which is a suicide for that round. Basically, there's no way one person can defend A site properly. If you take the A site in a first round with a very specific set of strategies that I'm gonna explain you, it is much easier for you to hold the post plant, because people usually need to retake the site from this and this very narrow choke points. Yes, they can flank you from behind, but only one person can hold like back section of the map, and you're totally fine. You can also position a Killjoy or Cypher shits there, and you're totally fine. That is why on Haven, your first round is always onto the A site. Now, when you're attacking the A site in a first round, this is how the round should look like for you if you're playing Jett. You're buying 3 smokes, 1 updraft, light shield, and a classic pistol. Now, you tell 3 of your monkeys to push the short area of the map. When you're playing Haven, you're never pushing the short area of the map as a Jett player. There is absolutely not a single situation or a reason on Haven for you to play Jett in a short area, because every single corner that you pick in a short area of the map is a pure gunfight. It is a 50-50 angle. Like, the enemies can play Bucky there and just destroy you, like the judge as well. The operator can be there. Too many angles and corners to be cleared with the Jett utility. You put your Raze here, you put your Sova here, you put your flash agents here, so they clear this area of the map a bit easier. Your job as a Jett player, when you're attacking the A site, is to attack the A main area of the map. Now, when you're attacking the A main area of the map, like the A long area of the map, you are never peeking the enemies here. This peek is bad. This peek is bad. This peek is bad. You are doing 3 things. First thing, you're letting your allies peek and die. Your job as a Jett player is not to die in this area of the map. You cannot afford that here if you want to win a match in a solo queue environment. Your job is to enter from this choke point into the site, make the space for your allies, and try to take the site control together with your allies. If you die here, your allies might not even push the site at that moment of time, because they don't have you, they don't have your big cojones, and the round will just fall apart. So, first thing that you can do here, let your allies peek. Second thing, you can do the jump strafing mechanic to see if the enemies are on these positions, and you can try to check like if they're playing those 2 corners and like whatever the fuck they're doing at that moment of time. So you're never picking this angle clear. Or you can simply bunny hop this area of the map with a small flick to the right, like this. And whenever you are spotting the enemies with a bunny hop mechanic, with a jump strafing mechanic, you're never looking at your crosshair. You're never looking at your screen. you're only looking on your minimap, because the minimap is gonna tell you if the enemy is playing that angle or not. Your eyes sometimes will not even catch the enemies, like you will not even see the enemies, so you're never looking at your screen. Minimap, bam, easy. Now, once you clear, also never smoke this area of the map like this. That is also a very bad thing to be done. Like, enemies will... I will penetrate you. I will kill you to that smoke. Like, it is so stupid to do this smoke. Unless you are smoking it to bamboozle the enemies. Like, you're going somewhere else, and you want to smoke that angle, just to make the pressure onto the enemies. So the enemies don't know if you're playing there or pushing the short area of the map. That is good. Now, first round looks like this for you on Haven. 3 people are going short. Into the A short area of the map. You are going to the A main area of the map with one more, A long area of the map with one more allies. Then you're never peeking this angle, you're just jump spotting it or letting your allies peek it. And whenever you're engaging the A long area of the map, you're always doing it from this wall here. Then you're clearing every single corner one by one, and in a first round, this is your execute. So in a first round, your job is not to kill the enemies behind the site, kill the enemies on tower, kill the enemies in CT. Tell your Omen, Astra and Brimstone, hey motherfuckers, smoke me here and smoke me here. These are the 2 smokes that you need when you're entering the A site. Only these 2 smokes. And then, your job is to take the control of front of the site, of the A long area of the map, A short area of the map, and then all of your allies and you are pushing together the enemies onto the A site. So this is how the execute looks like from the pro players. Bam, bam, smoke there, smoke on box, dash with a right flick, and then you're using the 3rd smoke there, and you're clearing the short area together with your allies. So you're basically making a sandwich out of the short area, and you're allowing your allies to push the short area and the A main area of the map together with you. So that is your job as a Jett player. Like, your job is to make the pressure onto the enemies, to take a certain area of the map with your own body. If you kill the enemy, that is an additional bonus. If you don't kill the enemy, it doesn't matter. So you can always pick the enemies together with your allies. You done your job. You are the pressure maker. You're not entry fragger. Like that is total BS, like what people think about. What do I do in this type of execute? So basically, first smoke is to cover myself up. So that smoke covers me, the enemies cannot see me where I'm pushing from and what I'm gonna do. Second smoke allows me to dash safely into the site and pull out the gun so I can get ready for the gunfight with the enemies. In the middle of the dash, I'm flicking to the right side. So I check this corner for my allies and myself, and I check if the enemy is there or maybe not there. So when you're using the dash ability to enter a certain area of the map, you always want to flick in the middle of the dash to a certain area of the map to check if the enemies are playing that area of the map. So basically you need to learn how to maximize the output of your utility, of your agent's abilities with Jett, Omen, Raze, any agent that you're playing. And this is how you maximize the output of the Jett's dash ability. When you're pushing the site, once again, this is how it should look like. You can use the smart pings inside of your smokes to know exactly where you need to place your second smoke. Dash, then you're coming back, clearing the short area, making the sandwich out of the enemies, and then you're pushing into the site. That is what you should be doing in a first round on Haven. Of course, there are many more things that I can teach you, but now we need to see in the VOD of our dear friend Tenzin, which is a Diamond 3 currently immortal top 200 RR ratings Jett, what he is doing. So he is attacking the C long area. This attack was not bad. Personally, a bit risky, because when you're attacking the C long area, you really want to have the smoke on top of the C long and then push from that smoke into a second smoke. But pretty good push. Everything went perfectly. Also, the way he engaged the site is very good. You always want to engage the C site from left to right. So you want to go from the boxes here in the back of the site and clearing every single angle one by one. Why? Simply because of this. Look at this now, guys. Basically, when you are pushing the C site and you do this type of execute. So this is my execute onto the C site. Smoke there, smoke there. I navigate the smoke around the corner onto the ping. The second smoke goes on the box. Dash with a left flick, and from this smoke from this position. I'm never pushing the enemies here. Why? I can die from enormous amount of angles. Like there's over 10 angles from which the enemies can penetrate my anus, and I will become a fucking hooker from Amsterdam. So, in order for me not to happen, like I don't want to go into the red district, man. Like I go from left to right. I go from this position, peeking this enemy, peeking that angle, that angle, that angle, one angle at a time. I clear the site, and then I play together with my allies the post plant. So that is how you take the C side control, and that is what he did really good here. Like this is a very proper way of angle clearing and everything. Now he just needs to play together with your allies. It is a pretty easy round, 5 versus 4. Like this is okay. Like what he's doing, this is the best post-plan position that you can be playing on C side if you're playing together with your allies on the site. Like this is a very good off angle to fuck up the enemies from, and everything went perfectly from that point of time. If you win the first round on Haven, in a second round, always push the C site. Basically, C site is much easier than A site and B site, definitely. In a second round, if you win the first round on the attacker side, because there's not a lot of angles and corners that enemies can be playing with shotguns to fuck you up. It is a bit more wide open than, for example, A short, B, or garage. He is going for the Phantom and Light Shield in a second round. Personally, I feel Vandal and Light Shield is what you want to have here. Phantom and Light Shield is way too risky because Phantom doesn't have a one-tap potential, while the Vandal has the one-tap potential. It is a bit risky by getting ready for the third bonus round. I personally would go in a second round always with a Judge and Heavy Shield, Stinger Heavy Shield, Sheriff Heavy Shield. I would never go... I mean, sometimes I do go with a Vandal and Light Shield, but only when I'm really feeling myself that day. I'm really, baby. But if I'm not feeling myself, I would go for the Stinger, Sheriff, and Judge. You see, like, enemy has a Marshal. He has a Phantom. He is peeking long range fight. There's no reason to do this. No reason to do this. Here, what he should have done, he should have told you, the Omen, hey guys, hey motherfuckers, let's push the C site fast. Omen, give us the top C smoke there. Guys, push with me. He does a smoke there with the Judge, gets in the faces of the enemies, comes all over the enemies, and easy round. Instead of doing something like this. Like, this was way too risky and not that good. And now he's playing Ghost instead of playing Heavy Shield and Judge, you know, like, because he doesn't have health. Here, it is one more common mistake in solo queue. Like, in solo queue, if your allies don't want to follow you on the attacker side, like they don't listen to you. 2 rules. Number 1 rule, always be with the bomb. Be with the bomb guy. Support that guy. Whatever the fuck he's doing. Whatever the stupid idea that idiot has in the head, follow him. Number 2, if you're playing some kind of a default, let's say on Ascent, you're holding A main, B main, and you're taking mid control. Always be with a group of people that is larger in numbers to support those allies. With a group of people that is in more danger. So that's why on Ascent, if you're playing default, always be in a mid area to support those mother effers. Here, the main mistake that he made is just he didn't follow the map at all. He didn't take any notes, like when it comes to any map, like map awareness, and he should have been there for the race to help her out, get the A site, and be there with his allies. Like, flanking, baiting, never worth in Valorant. Like, baiting is only good if you're baiting your allies to figure out enemies' positions. But being on A site while your allies are on C site. In this round, once again, I would have opted in for Judge and Heavy Shield, to be honest. Like, he doesn't have enough money for Heavy Shield and Phantom and Vandal. With Jett, you always have your smokes. You always have the dash ability. You can easily dash in between 2 smokes, take the control of the map, get into enemy faces, come in their faces, become Johnny Sins, and donezo, man. Like, you don't need to spray them with a Phantom. It is a small PP, man. Small PP. Do you know how big PP Judge has? Oh, baby. And one more common mistake. Even though the short area is kinda cleared, like they still don't know if the enemy can be playing short, don't push the short area ever as a Jett player. You clear short only from the A site if you're playing Jett. It is a very risky position. But anyways, he kinda knew that enemies cannot be there, so whatever. This is decent positioning by him, like his allies have the site, like there's no need to play the site with them. He has the alarm bot, he can play around that alarm bot and watch the flank. He saw enemies onto the A site in CT and tower. This is a wasted dash. Like there is no reason for you to do the dash here. You can connect with your allies, you have the killjoy, you have the Sova in A long. Enemies cannot defuse the bomb that fast. Like this is a wasted dash ability and you should not have done that. It would be much better if you just walk to your ally and use the dash to engage enemies on site or to disengage some kind of a fight or a bad situation. Ooh! That aim was not very good, but nice refrag, nice refrag. This was a very good play by him. If he went from the right side, that would be a huge mistake. Here, he went from the left side together with his ally, and that's why they were able to take an easy round. When you're pushing the C-long area, you never want to do this. If you peek this, you are an idiot. You either bait your allies and let them peek, let them die, and you refrag them. Number 2, ping that position, tell your Omen, Astra, Brimstone, smoke me that crap. Or simply navigate your smoke around the corner and smoke it yourself. You see the trail, you see the ping, you can easily do it. You only need to worry about the enemy playing operator there and get ready for that enemy. Fuck up that enemy, push the site. Then, why this smoke is also good. The enemies don't know if you're pushing the C long. You can just slowly go. Like, oh man, Brimstone Astra give you the smoke here. You're slowly, very slowly going into this area of the map. No need to rush. And then you reach this position. Bam. Bam. And then all hell lets loose. End of the story. Like, you need that smoke to cover up yourself. Or at least jump strafe around the corner to see if the enemies are there. So you don't die from the charlatan operator there. Like, I play operator on C site on 10 different positions. Like, also, all of the strategies and all of the tactics that I'm sharing in my coaching sessions and in my VOD reviews are the things that I'm using myself. Are the things that are gonna improve you while you're only playing Valorant ranked matches. You don't need AimLab, you don't need Codex, you don't need 3D aim trainer, you don't need any practice, any deathmatch. You just need me, my brain, to navigate you in a very narrow playstyle that's gonna help you improve your game sense, map awareness, reflexes, positioning, if you incorporate that playstyle in your own gameplay. Here, very good dash by the Tenzin, very good clear on that Phoenix. Now he knows the Phoenix is there, and he should be able to rip off that Phoenix as it is. One huge advice: if the Sova tags you with the ultimate and you're playing Jett, never use your dash ability to escape that. Always use your updraft. Updraft is the ability that you can waste to escape any type of situation like that. Dash ability is being used only for 3 things. First thing, to close the gap with the enemies, or to like simply surprise the enemies. Number 2, to take a certain meaningful area of the map with your own body. And number 3, to escape any unwanted situation, like any gunfight that is not going in your favor, or when you're holding an extreme off angles, etc, etc. You don't use the dash ability to escape the raise nade, escape Sova ultimate, etc, etc. This smoke, very bad smoke. Don't do this smoke. This smoke will F you up in a long run. The enemies can easily penetrate you through this smoke. Do it only if you want to bamboozle the enemies. This is why you don't push the short area of the map as Jett. End of the story. I'm not even gonna watch the rest of the round. I don't care. Now, C-long area. What is this peak? What is this peak? You don't peek here. You don't need to peek here. End of the story. You need the top C smoke. Once again. We're seeing the same shit all over again. Very good kill on Phoenix. Phoenix loves to play around your smokes. Very good read on the Phoenix. Very good play. I applaud this play. Now, you don't play here, you play on the small box on the site. This is a very risky, wide open position. Very good that he listened to me and dropped down. I don't know how he managed to do that, since this is pre-recorded. Now, This is very good off angle to help your allies in CT, help your allies in garage, help your allies in the C-long area. His raise made a huge mistake. This is a wasted ultimate, and there was absolutely no reason for this ultimate to go out. Like, literally, this was one of the worst ultimates I've ever seen in my life. Again, I see this shitty smoke of the shitholes. You see, now you take damage for no reason. Like, fuck it, peek together with your allies. Let your allies peek first, refrag them. Like, it is much better to take a clean gunfight here. Here, the Phoenix can flash them at any point of time. It is really good that he is playing anti-flash somehow. It is really bad that he didn't check any corners when engaging this area of the map. You need to clear that angle, you need to clear the angle behind you, and then you're pushing onto the A site. Here, if you have the problem using utility through the smokes, through the Omen smoke, Brimstone smoke, Astra smoke, when you're flashed, smart ping the position where you want to use your utility and use it on the smart ping. Now, once again, too slow. He is too slow. His bomb is already C-long. If you lose the bomb in C-long, what the fuck are you doing on A side? Let's go. C side. C. Fast rotation. Let's go. It's really bad that he's here at the moment because, yes, he is flanking the enemies. Yes, there is a chance that he's maybe gonna kill the enemies. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. But there is also a chance that all 4 of his allies might die right now, and he will not be able to support his allies at all. Oh, 1 down, 2 down. Oh, I am a magician, actually. You see, like, if he was with the bomb, maybe he could have killed that Omen. Maybe he could have planted the bomb. Maybe he could have helped his allies. But because he was 10 miles away, he lost this round. Also, use the Jett ultimate whenever you have it. Like, whenever you want to clutch the round, whenever you are playing a bonus round, eco round, whenever you're playing operator and the enemies are swarming you, use the Jett ultimate as much as possible. It is only 6 ultimate points. You're gonna have Jett ultimate 7 times during a match. Like, just use it to clutch the rounds. Also, after the round is done, you save the weapon, don't peek. There was absolutely no reason for him to die here and lose the money for his team. This was amazing. This was amazing. He actually listened to me through the video, bro. This is how you peek this area of the map. This is how you smoke it. This is what you do, man. The only thing that he doesn't need is 2 smokes here. Like, you already have the Omen smoke. Why are you wasting your own smoke? Like, there's no reason to do it. He should have went here he should have followed the Sova drone right here and went into the C site with Sova drone. Like, he's way too late here on the push. Way too late. Because if you don't push as a Jett player the site, trust me, your allies might get in a full-on poo-poo caca mode. They might shit themselves and you will never enter the site. You need to be the switch that's gonna say, guys, let's push C. Also on Haven, you have only 2 options on the attacker side. You're either extremely aggressive and you're just simply pushing the sites, pushing A, pushing B, splitting A, splitting C, whatever. Or you're playing default. Because on Haven, people love to flank a lot. And if your initial push doesn't work, you're putting yourself in such a bad position that the enemies can penetrate your asshole and make the Lisa N out of you. So don't do that, my friends. Don't do that. Now, once again, what is this? Why are you alone? Why are you alone here? You're not even having the Omen ultimate in your hands. You're playing Jett. Too much flanking. Way too much flanking on Haven at the moment. Like, he should have followed his allies. You don't know what's gonna happen for these people. You can't trust them. You can't trust people in solo queue. All 3 of them might die right now, and you will lose the round. I reached Radiant 14 times so far. Every single act I was Radiant. Watch any game of mine, and watch how much time I spend together with my allies, how much time I spend alone, and watch if I actually do all of these things that I'm speaking about right now. You have every single game that I played on streams. And you can see exactly that I'm doing all the things that I'm explaining you right now to win more rounds and more matches. Chill with the smokes. Chill with the smokes. Chill with the smokes in A main. You don't need those smokes. Chill with the short area. Chill with the short area. You can take the short area from A side from behind. There is another way to take the A short area as Jett. So basically what you can do in a round, look at this now. Look at this now. Like, come on, man. Like, what am I watching here? You never smoke this. End of the story. You do this. You do this. Or you let your ally peek. Then, you're pushing this area of the map here. Peeking the enemy there. And then, if you want to clear the short area fast, yourself, and you want to help your allies make a sandwich out of the short area, you tell your Omen, Brimstone, and Astra to give you the smoke there and a smoke there. Then, what are you doing next? One smoke goes here, one here, one here. And smoke there, smoke there, smoke there, updraft through the smoke, voila. You made a sandwich out of the enemies, and you got the short area for yourself and your allies. It is a bit riskier strategy. It will put you in a wide open position. But in FPS games, you need to be aggressive. You need to be risky. You need to be creative. You need to think outside of the box. You cannot just do every time in your life like just doing this, like. Bro, I can do these type of executes like jerking my cock off and just pressing W key and shooting people. Like, that's stupid. That's nonsense. Like, that is one way how you can help your allies take the short area. But going in a short area as a Jett player, you already signed a death contract with enemies. So, not only that, but you need to clear more angles, more corners left and right. Like, a lot of angles that you simply just pass them. You don't even consider the possibility that the enemies can be playing there. Once again, if you're holding the A main push and the short area of the map, you're just holding it for the first 5 to 6 seconds, and then you're immediately going towards the bomb. You're playing with your Killjoy, you're playing with your Omen, Raze, you're taking the mid area, you're playing with your allies.
Yeah, you're getting off that exact same place.
This is a pretty decent peak, like, pretty decent try from you, like, I loved it. The only thing that you should have done here, you should have bought the Judge. Like, you have 1,700 credits, you have the ultimate, you have all of your utility, buy the Judge as a secondary weapon. Like, I don't know why you have 1,700 credits and not using them at all. And once again, you should have played with your allies fast. Like, just play with your allies in solo queue. You will find much more success than playing alone, trust me. And anyone in the chat, like anyone in my community. If you learn how to position yourself, your allies, and how to play together, without even speaking anything to your teammates, you're gonna find so much success in a longer run. In this round, he is trying to do my strategy. So this is what I do in solo queue. It's really interesting. He probably saw this on my streams, or I don't remember if he had a Haven session and then he recorded this. But this is my strategy that I do every single time on streams, every single time I play Haven. If you're playing against me, you can expect this every single match. Oh! Okay, it doesn't really look like that. So, basically, what I do, in a first round, on a defender side, you want to position 2 of your allies on A side. I tell one of my allies to play A long and get the intel if the enemies are pushing us from A main area. Then I tell him to come back into the short area of the map to bait for me in that position there. What I'm doing in that round, I'm buying the classic pistol, shorty, light shield, and 2 smokes. Then, at the start of the round, I pick the classic pistol so that classic pistol stays in my hands. Then, I'm jumping and dropping the weapons so that after 2 or 3 drops, classic pistol lands here and I have the shorty in my hands. Then my ally is baiting for me, plus he can destroy Boombot, any recon ability that can reveal me, like a Sova drone, recon dart, etc. If the enemies come to the short area here, enemies are dead 100%. You drop the weapon with your drop key, pick up the classic pistol, and you can continue a gunfight, or you can simply smoke yourself out and disengage the further fight. If the enemies take B or C, you have a classic pistol with 2 smokes and light shield to retake B side and C side. So I really love that he tried to do something like this, but it needs to be a bit better, like switching of the guns. Like, look at this, like, classic pistol is there. Bro, if I see that classic pistol there, I would... Something smells wrong, baby. like it's... You're not gonna sell me this position, you know? Okay, nice rotation. He thinks the enemies are not A. B is wide open. Very good rotation to the B side. You should never flank on a defender side. Always play together with your allies. Rotate between the shortest and fastest routes possible. Here, he could have been a bit more patient. They are 3 versus 2. He can wait for the killjoy to come and retake the side together. So, definitely here he could have been a bit more patient, like, to not die in this type of way. Like, this was a bit unfortunate, but in the same time, it could have been prevented if he just played with his killjoy and Omen. So whenever you're retaking a site, wait for your allies, play together with your allies. Like playing together with your allies is everything. Knowing how to use idiots in solo queue and how to make shrouds out of them is a very big virtue that you need to develop over time, like a very big skill set. In a second round, as Jett player, I would always go for the judge and heavy shield. I would either play garage area or short area of the map or close to the choke points. Like judge, ultimate, and operator are the 3 main weapons that you need to learn that you need to master as a Jett player, and you will win every single game with those 3 weapons. You don't need any weapon in your life ever. Classic pistol and shorty only for the first round, and that's it. When you're retaking the B side, just play together with your allies. Like, there's nothing that you can overthink when retaking the B side. On the minimap, I think the Omen... Yeah, he didn't just check the minimap on time, but this was pretty decent and pretty good by him. Now, why do I love Judge in a second round? Because if you carry the Judge in a third round as a bonus weapon, it is so powerful, it can rip apart people with Phantoms and Vandals. Like, if you're playing this corner with a Judge instead of a Stinger, that is guaranteed 1 kill for you. But with Stinger, we're gonna see. Also, as a Jett player, not only Jett player, as any player, you never want to peek the short area of the map there. That is a very bad type of peek that you can do. That you should never do that aggressive peek there. It is never going in your favor. Very good fast rotation based on the information that his allies got him. Also, now he needs to defend the mid area of the map and the garage, because his stupid solo went for some solo flank mission. Crosshair placement here doesn't exist. Like, he was probably way too focused on the position of the enemies, and his crosshair placement went all over the place. Like, you cannot lose focus of a crosshair placement. This is really good. As a Jett player, you always want to be unpredictable. You always want to play positions which no other player can play. You can play in the middle of the motherfucking map and call it an angle or position. Now, I'm gonna give you one tip. If the enemies are jump strafing around the corner, and you notice that during your match, how can you counter that jump strafing on a C-long area of the map? You have operator, and you're playing Jett on C site, and the enemy players are doing this to you to check if you're playing site. You immediately, at the start of the round, position yourself like this, and then you will see a bit more from their body. If they do that mechanic, you will be able to surprise the enemies that are peeking you from this corner, and you can always dash diagonally towards the site if you miss your shot or if something bad goes for you. Every angle and every position is an angle for Jett players. This is an angle. This is an angle. This is an angle. I don't want to see you playing villager positions, pleb positions. This is a pleb position. This is Brimstone playing, because guess what? He's fat fuck. Also, this position, Brimstone position. This position, Jett position. This position, Jett position. You can reach this position also by gliding here and spamming your crouch, like without using the updraft. This position, Jett position. Plus, he also had the teammate on the side with himself, and he could have easily done a double tower strategy. Double tower strategy is when you position yourself and your ally in the same horizontal line, but different vertical points. So his ally could have been playing there, he plays here, and he takes an easy kill on the enemy in C-long area of the map. Like, you need to think about these things, like, during a match. Position yourself and your allies better. Like, all of these things that I'm talking about is, I'm not talking only to Tenzin, like, I'm talking to everyone, like, that is watching this video. Like, nothing is strictly, like, focused on him. These are all the general mistakes. Like, when I'm VOD reviewing, I see very small difference in gameplay between Iron and Immortal people. Like, the difference in gameplay is marginal. Like, in game knowledge, it is a bit wider. In mechanical skill, of course, it is enormous. But in gameplay, It is marginal difference. Here, the main mistake is the initial crosshair placement. Like, this is way too wide crosshair placement. Like, your crosshair, when you're playing operator, like, you don't want to have your crosshair further away from the wall than this line here. So basically, this is the furthest away that your crosshair should be when you're holding an angle. Like, there is no reason to be further than this. Like, just use this line below the crosshair as a crosshair placement tool. Like, you're either holding close or you're holding as far as that line goes. So you align it with the wall. And that's it. Like, this was way too much, like, way too far away for any type of peek. Like, also here, he dashed in a wrong direction. This dash should have been onto the left side, onto the safety. Okay, here, one small mistake. He needs one ult point for the ultimate. He has 2100 credits. Buy the light shield, go in A main area, smoke the orb, take the orb, use the ultimate and light shield. Try to clutch the round. Why do you risk the round when you can have the ultimate? No reason to do something like that. Absolutely no reason. Plus, the Raze has the ultimate and Killjoy has the ultimate as well. So this round could have easily been clutched. Haven belongs to the group of maps on which you should be a bit heavier on your rotations. People love to bait a lot. People love to flank a lot. People love to do like different type of mind games. Like, the map is huge. It has 3 bomb sites. So if you're playing A and the enemies are engaging C, but the enemies are still not pushing onto the site, or you don't see the bomb, don't over rotate. Don't leave the A site for nothing. Like, it is just bad thing to be done. Oh my lord. Ooh, they didn't reveal him? Mamma mia. I'm not gonna comment this play. When enemy Omen has ultimate on the attacker side, on Haven you're doing only one strategy every single round when he has the ultimate. You tell one of your allies to play here, 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 and A main. And what you are doing in that round, you're playing a fast rotation between A site, B site, and C site. And you're trying to counter the Omen ultimate. Because Omen players usually love to ult in a CT area of the map, or on tower position, or under tower position. And they cannot fuck you up anywhere else. I'm sorry guys that I just hit you in the head. If the enemy Omen teleports on tower, I will let the Omen emerge from the shadows, and I will try to surprise him and kill him on tower or under the tower. Like, he will never expect you already here. If the enemy Omen teleports in the CT, I will be ready to counter that teleport and to clear all of these angles for my allies. One more additional tip, since we are in this area of the map. You can use these rails to go up and make an additional off angles and corners to fuck up the enemies when you're saving the weapons, or when you're waiting for the enemies to engage you through there or through there. Since I'm here, why not giving you some extra juicy tips. Now Omen is probably on 8 tower or under 8 tower. Like, we don't know like where he is. He can be anywhere. Yeah, he was under 8 tower. Okay. Right now he should be engaging in the site, since his Sova is in the CT area of the map. Very nice kill. Very good kill. Very good, very good, very good refrag. Everything was perfect here. This is how the retake should look like. Together with your allies is engaging the enemies, help your ally, and that is it. And also use your ultimate whenever you want to clutch a certain round or a certain match. If you're a full HP, like 150 health points, don't use your ultimate, use the Vandal and Phantom like an operator. If you're like half HP or 50 HP, always use the Jett ultimate to kind of have higher chances of ripping off the enemy's head and taking that kill. Something that I would do myself. I must admit, something that I would do myself. Pretty decent strategy, trying to penetrate the enemy to the smoke, trying to surprise the enemy's push, because he didn't have the response for the enemy's push in the previous rounds. He tried to do something like this, so I must admit, something that I would have done myself. Pretty good strat and pretty good read from him that the enemies are gonna go see into this round. Like, how to read the enemies better, I'm gonna speak about that in some of the future videos or some of the coaching courses on my website. In this round, man, just buy I don't know, shorty, something like, don't play the classic pistol only, like, buy the shorty, like, or sheriff, like, try to rip off the enemies. There's no reason to save, like, this much money in this round. Plus, his allies are forcing, or they got the weapon from the enemy, like, I don't know, like, they have guardians and phantoms and vandals. In this round, this flank was good, simply because he doesn't have any weapons, he has nothing to lose, and if he is a bit more aggressive, he might find the timing onto the enemies, and he finds the timing, but that was a bit unlucky. One mistake that he is making in his gameplay, as a Jett player, on a defender side, you want to be fluid as fuck. You want to play A, B, C, garage, A, B, C, garage, together with your allies, pushing this, pushing that, picking here, double pick there, double tower there. You want to be fluid, not only with Jett, with any agent that you're playing. You never want to play only one side on a defender side 24/7. That is the worst thing to do, and players like me, I will easily read you, and I will easily know what you're abusing, what you're doing in your rounds, and I will fuck you up on the side. On a defender side, you want to make the numbers advantage for your team. You don't want to kill all 5 enemies, you just want to make one numbers advantage with your allies with some good strategy. You want to be fluid, agile. You want to engage the enemies, you want to encounter the enemies. You want to be the reason why you're winning that defender side. Here, what he should have done, to be honest, like, after he saw all of this utility, like, it's really good that he didn't peek the C-long area, but he should have checked, like, to see how many enemies are there, just to give the intel for his allies, like, if what's happening in a C-long area, and if the enemies are even pushing the C-long area of the map. Right now, he has no intel of how many enemies are C-long. There can only be one enemy, and that's it, like, while 4 enemies are pushing the A site and trying to kill that Omen that is on the flanking mission. But fortunately enough, that is not the case. Here, I feel that he should have used the smokes to cover himself up, but he turned on full on TENS mode, and this was a pretty good, like, damage and pretty good round by him. Okay, generally speaking, that was a really good VOD by the Tenzin. Like, that was a pretty solid game. There's a lot of things that he can improve, like when it comes to engaging the enemies, when it comes to crosshair placement, when it comes to, like, changing your positions on the defender side. Like, all of these small things are something that he should be changing. But also, this VOD is, like, I don't know, like 2-3 weeks old. And I coached Tenzin, like, just recently. And we recently covered the Haven, and right now he's immortal with 200 RR. So it doesn't really matter for me, like, if you're Iron, Immortal, Diamond, whatever you are, I can always teach you something new, and I can teach you a very specific playstyle that you should be playing to improve yourself in Valorant. So that will be it for today's VOD review, my friends. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you learned something new. Make sure to hit that subscribe on YouTube. Follow me on twitch.tv/charlatan. We're going live every single mother effing day, doing VOD reviews, custom games really soon. Hot Tub stream is coming. And also, we're gonna have some fun, like 24-hour streams pretty soon as well. Also, make sure to join my Discord server. I coach people there in Valorant. You can hire me as a coach, as a mentor, and I can do all of these things for you, like, personally. My coachings are much more in-depth than these VOD reviews. Like, this is just for you guys, some free content, so to say. Also, follow me on other social media, Twitter, Instagram, and other TikTok. I don't know anymore what I have, like, literally. Some naked pictures are gonna be there, like, I don't know, like a website, you know, like chat roulette, yeah. By the way, guys, if you wanna submit your own VODs for the VOD review, you have a link down in the description below. I randomly VOD review people, so I cannot promise you that I'm gonna VOD review you or not. You can be a subscriber, then you will have on my Twitch channel, and then you will have a bit more chances of getting a VOD review, but nothing is certain. I'm gonna be doing at least two VOD reviews per week. Just give me some time. Give me some time to get back into the game. I'm also maybe moving to a new apartment again, like, some bad things are happening here and there, and I'm figuring things out, okay? I'm figuring things out. I'm getting back in shape as well, like, mentally and physically, so just enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. Tell your friends to join the Tricksters community, man. Like, what are you doing, man? What are you, who do you watch? You watch? Who do you watch? Scream? Come on. Mazzy? So, Marcus? Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm yours, one and only Warden of the Tricksters community. Thank you for watching, my friends, and I will see you in the next mother effing video.